Bonjour, mes amis, and welcome to the Rendezvous de Cajun radio and TV show, live from the historic Liberty Theater in downtown Eunice, Louisiana. My name is Jared Scott, and I am a National Park Ranger from the John Lafitte National Historical Park and Preserve's Prairie Acadian Cultural Center, right next to this Liberty Theater. We, along with the City of Eunice, the St. Landry Parish Tourist Commission, the Cajun French Music Association, John Guillory All-State Insurance of Eunice, and the Best Stop Supermarket are all proud sponsors of this show, which is truly a unique and one-of-a-kind family experience. Tonight's MC is Ray Landry, and our featured performer is Jamie Berzas and the Cajun Tradition. And now, if you will please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Jamie Berzas and the Cajun Tradition.
Yes, sir. Truly an experience like no other. The Liberty Theater is by far one of the premier Cajun events on the planet. I'm telling you, and I'm sort of partial because I love Cajun music as much as I do. And we're not going to talk too much tonight, but we're going to play a lot of Cajun music. The Waltz of No Return.
Baby
Your accordion's okay in the monitor? It's good? You good enough? Okay, okay, great. La vie, je croyais, je voulais. Remember when you was about 16, 17 years old? 14, 12. La vie, je croyais, je voulais. The life that I thought that I wanted it to be just like that. Well, it never turned out like that, but we had to accept whatever.
Your plan never works out.
It's a beautiful song, something by the Touchette brothers. La vie, je croyais, je voulais.
Pas jongler longtemps passé comme la belle Samarie. Puis des chagnots, des parties, mais aujourd'hui le cœur cassé. Je préparais du pain bonnet pour aller traîner. Al matin, m'aurait guetté, aujourd'hui le cœur cassé.
You know, when the park ranger was introducing the band when we first started, the only show of its kind, he failed to mention that Eunice is the only city of its kind where you can come and experience the Cajun tradition, not only the Cajun tradition band, but also the Cajun living experience right here in Eunice. You can come here on a Saturday afternoon at the Jean Lafitte Center. They have a cooking demonstration, and you get to taste the food at 4 o'clock. Then they have a music presentation. This is right next door at 2:45 to 3:45, 1 hour. And then right after that, you can get ready to come to the Liberty Theater. And not only that, the CFMA has the Hall of Fame right about a block away. So you get to experience all of that, all the people that devoted their entire lives to preserving our culture and our music and language is on the wall at the Hall of Fame. They deserve to be noted. You need to, one Saturday afternoon, if you come into the Liberty Theater, you need to stop by the Hall of Fame. It's well worth it, trust me. So the next song was actually written by Johnny Allen and recorded by Belton Richard, something called Moi je veux plus de voir, or I Don't Want You Anymore. That's the same song, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's jump on it.
cassé mon cœur plusieurs fois. Mais à souhait, ça sera la dernière fois. Je t'aime maintenant. Ça c'est plus que tu peux dire pour moi. Je t'y veux pas m'aimer. Arrache-toi de tout d'ici, je veux plus toi.
Beautiful song, isn't it? I'm going to introduce the band. I'm going to start all the way on my left of your right. A guy that I've been knowing for a long, long time, playing Cajun music, playing the bass for the Balfour Brothers way back when, and an excellent bass player. I can't remember, Glenn, I can't remember when you and I first met. It's been a long time ago for sure. Please make welcome to the Liberty Theater, Glenn Chick Richard on bass, right all the way in the end. And of course, the guy on the guitar and vocals is, I guess, the best way I can describe Randy to you is that he is a band leader, user-friendly guitar player, knows all the words to all the songs out there. So as musicians, we don't have to worry about nothing, because all we got to do is say, Randy, do you notice the words to that song? And we all know that he already does know the words to that song. Please make welcome Randy Verdreen on guitar and vocals. And of course, to my left and right next to me on fiddle is the guy that I'm probably one of the first guys that he knew here in Lafayette, originally from New York. And the very first time I heard him on the fiddle, actually him and I spoke, and he said that he used to play with Jesse Leger up in New York. And the first time him and I spoke and played music together, I knew that I was going to include him on the next CD that I did, and he is on it actually. Please make welcome all the way from New York, but now a citizen of Grand Coteau, Louisiana, Mr. Henry Hempel on fiddle. And of course, I'm gonna introduce the band leader, but before I introduce the band leader, the singer and accordion player, I am going to introduce the real band leader. Let's make welcome on the drums, Miss Madeleine Berzas. Madeleine Berzas.
You got that right.
And of course, I think Jamie and I were just speaking just a while ago, 38 years playing music. And I remember when I went to the main street, you were one of the first faces I saw. And we drank beer together and we lied to one another every night after that for sure. Please make welcome Mr. Jamie Berzas on accordion and vocals, please. And they are the Cajun Tradition Band. They were at Fred's this morning. It's been a while since I've been there, but that's got to be a rush. That's going to be a rush.
Yes, it's still great fun. People from everywhere, local.
Yeah, all over the world.
All over the world.
Isn't that something?
come in.
Liberty Old Place in Mamu.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Elbow to elbow, everybody having a good time, acting normal, not crazy, not anything bad. Everybody was good today.
So it changed a little bit.
No, it's good.
I'm just joking. Listen, the song you have, the Drunkard's Blues. Is that La Voix Soulage? Is that the one? Same one? No, it's not the one. Okay, Louis Cormier's version of you got right here, the Drunkard's Blues. The blues de Soulage.
Yeah, the blues.
All right. Cool. Let's get it.
J'ai pas de temps pour me saouler. Quand j'ai soupé vers du temps à la maison, ouais, mon chat typé. J'arrive à la maison, mais ma petite femme après me jurer. J'ai demandé pourquoi tu me jures. M'a dit, bébé, c'est pour ça, mon je te jure, c'est pourquoi tout le temps pâté. C'est pour toi tout assuré.
The Drunkard's Blues. I've been there. I think I might have been singing that song too at that time. Never can tell. We have a celebrity in the audience for sure. One of the finest people that represents our culture, not only locally, but represents our culture worldwide. She's getting ready to go on tour again. She's going to be at the Augusta Heritage Festival coming up soon in a couple of months. Please make welcome the Queen of the Cajun accordion, Miss Cheryl Cormier, right there in the second row. And of course, that guy with the beautiful Cajun voice, her husband, Mr. Russell Cormier Sr., right there. You know, that couple, they know what, they don't have a clue what they do for me every Saturday afternoon at the jam session at the Liberty Theater. They come give me a hand every Saturday, and we are so fortunate that some of those younger beginner musicians get a chance to play with the Queen. And the jam session is really unique. It's really good. If you never had an opportunity to come, it's every Saturday from 1 to 3 at the Millionville in the Performance Center, and it's free to the public. All you got to do is tell them. Normally they charge to come in, and all you got to do is tell them that you're either going to eat at the La Cuisine de Maman, or you come into the jam session, and they will let you in free. I think today we must have had 25, 30, and the Queen is there every Saturday. I thank her for that. She don't even have a clue how much I appreciate her and Russell coming there every Saturday. So thank you, Queenie. And we're going to do something called La Valse de Bayou Teche, the Bayou Teche Waltz.
J'ai roulé, j'ai prié mes potarouins avec moi à la maison. Ta famille, tout compte moi je vois pas, moi je vois pas, il va aller pour te joindre, bébé. J'ai prié mes potarouins avec moi à la maison. Ton beau frère, viens de moi, viens de moi, c'est mourir au Bayou Teche, bébé.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, as musicians and vocalists, there are some songs that we know we need to stay away from, especially in a particular chord that the accordion player is playing in. Of course, we know it because we have tried it, and we failed. And I got to tell you, when I first started playing Cajun music, I was playing with a D accordion, and I thought I could do the high point two-step in D. I think I blew my clutch and I stripped the gear all in the same time that I tried to do that. Listen, we first started playing at a place in between Eunice and Mamou called Dupes Feedsto and Lounge. We actually sat on the feed and played, and Berlin Carrière owned that place, and I got the most fondest memories. From what I can remember, we had a great time. But this is one that we used to love to do, something called the high point two-step. You know, a while ago when I was, we were beginning, I said, this is probably, you can call Eunice the most Cajun place on earth, truly. And they have deserved that honor. They have a cooking demo right at the Jean Lafitte Center right there. And in the afternoons, you can get there, say like around 3, and you can actually see the chef cooking. There's a big mirror over the stove. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. And then they have guest chef that show up and they cook, and then everybody gets a chance to taste it. For instance, today they had Cos Fontenot, because it's kind of late to tell you that Cos Fontenot made some boudin today because it's going to be too late for us to go taste it. But knowing Cos and knowing how you can cook, that boudin must have been excellent. And on May the 14th, Charles Seal is going to make some crawfish bisque. That's next Saturday. On May the 21st, the police chief in Eunice, Chief Randy Fontenot, is going to cook a beef, chicken, and sausage, sauce piquant. I'm looking forward to it. Am I working that night? I hope I am. May the 28th, Philip Hargroder, a fricassee de boulette, meatball stew is going to be served. On June the 4th, John Reed, étouffée des écrevisses, crawfish étouffée, you're going to have a chance to taste that. On June the 11th is something a little different. Johnny Lane Carrier Jr. with Prayer House Coffee, a coffee demo. And you know, this right here, you know how us Cajuns love coffee. I know how my wife and I love coffee. We wake up to coffee every morning. I'm not going to say never mind. I'm just going to shut up. June the 18th, Jay Minto, some pecan pralines. Oh, ça c'est bon pour manger des pralines faites des pecans. June the 25th, Casey Joe Lacombe, red beans and rice with pork sausage. Man, I'm looking forward. I'm going to have to come here every Saturday, for sure. Okay, we just did the High Point two-step. How many people in the audience been to Holly Beach? Raise your hand. Levez la main. The Cajun Riviera, Holly Beach, Louisiana. And was that Nathan Napshire made that, La Vasa Holly Beach? Yeah? So we're going to do that one. Is that right, Jamie? That's the one you want to do next?
That's good.
La Vasa Holly Beach? Okay, cool. That's what this one says. I could be wrong. I can't read. The Holly Beach Waltz.
Ma belle, ils ont laissé mes yeux, les gros sauter. J'ai pour faire les bouchons du lait, pour boucher des demi-beautés. Ton papa, ça m'a wawaron, quand il serait comme un cocodrie. Quand tes frères comme un éléphant, dans mon monde c'est comme un coin de banquière. Papa, ça m'a wawaron, quand il serait comme un cocodrie. Quand tes frères comme un éléphant, et dans maman c'est comme un coin de banquière. Les pikes!
La Voz of Holly Beach. You know, to everybody that's been to Holly Beach, that song makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you've never been to Holly Beach, you know, the mosquitoes ate my girlfriend and stuff. You know, it's kind of hard to understand, but if you've been to Holly Beach, you know what I'm talking about. Il y a des amis ou les parents qui viennent de la France ici avec nous ce soir. Levez-vous autres, s'il vous plaît, madame et messieurs. Our friends from France is visiting. Bienvenue à Eunice. Hein? The next song is a story of Ray Landry's life. Quand j'étais pauvre. It's my life story. I'm still poor. I don't know when I was poor. If I was to ever write that song, I would say I'm still poor. But we're gonna do Dewey Balfour's version, something called Quand j'étais pauvre.
Joli et bien capable, parce que moi j'étais pauvre, personne voulait pas moi. Et là j'ai eu la chance, et moi j'ai fait de l'argent. La porte de Valais, ça veut me tout cotiser. Quand même je suis pas capable, de botte que j'ai l'argent, ça va me tout cotiser.
Ah, quand j'étais pauvre, c'est mon histoire, ça. You know, as when we were speaking earlier about the Jean Lafitte Center and things happening at the Jean Lafitte Center next door, the Jean Lafitte Perry-Acadian Cultural Center next door, there's a whole bunch of things. There's a Camp Bonjour. Summer camp applications are still being taken, but there are only 10 spots left. This cultural day camp is open to boys and girls, ages 9 through 12. It costs you $50. Registration fee covers all activities and snacks. Called the Prairie Acadian Culture Center in Eunice, and they have the number. If you want it, I can give it to you. For more information, and the camp is actually scheduled for July the 11th through July the 15th from 8:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. So Parents, if you're looking for something really neat to put your kids in a day camp, you can't find a better place than the Jean Lafitte Prairie Cajun Culture Center right next door. Imagine all the things that they can learn about our culture there. So, and remember, there's only 10 spots left, and I'm not sure how long this has been in the front of me. It could be they only have 1 spot left. So I have a telephone number here if you are interested, or you have some kids or grandkids that might be interested. Quand j'étais pauvre, Adam Hebert wrote a song some years ago, Tu vas jamais casser mon cœur, you're never going to break my heart. I know exactly what he's saying. I know he was driving down the road. You know, I spoke to him about writing songs. And, you know, he was a traveling salesman, just like Dewey was, and he sold insurance. And he would get these ideas of these songs, but he had to keep singing the song until he got home so he wouldn't forget the melody or the words. So I asked him one day, c'est une histoire, toutes les chansons que tu fais, c'est une histoire de ta vie, ça? Il dit, proche, ouais. I asked him, I said, if all the songs, is that a true life experience? He said, most of them. So I'm kind of interested in this one. You're never going to break my heart. Tu vas jamais casser mon cœur. Tu vas jamais casser mon cœur, cher. You know, I got some friends on the front row right there that we, last week we went on a bus tour all the way to Branson, Missouri. Whitney and Fern, Sonia, right there on the front row. And I got to tell you, there's a large Cajun music influence in Branson. You know, you got people like Cedric Benoit. You got people like Louis Darby. Louis Darby, of course, we all know that Cedric Benoit is from Kaplan. Louis Darby is from right there in Opelousas. He has a show over there, something called the Sons of Britches. If you're ever in Branson, you got to see it. Trust me. And another show, Wade Benson Landry and his wife Teresa over there But I'm saying this because it's a large Cajun influence, Cajun music all the way in Branson, and it's beautiful over there. So if you ever get a chance to go to Branson, by all means, look up those Cajun musicians over there. We had a great time, didn't we, Whitney? Yeah, we had a wonderful time over there. The same guy that wrote that song, You're Never Gonna Break My Heart, right after that he wrote another song. My turn's gonna come one day. Mon tour va venir un jour. So I guess you're never gonna break my heart, but one day my turn's gonna come. I'm kind of interested about the words on those songs. So. Mon tour va venir un jour, chat.
Mais mon tour va venir un jour. Ça fait pas d'une quantité, mais tu peux me quitter pour que ça y est. Mais mon tour va venir un jour. À tous les soirs après cours, ça y est. Tu connais, t'as pas bien fait, mais tu peux me quitter pour que ça y est. Mais mon tour va venir un jour. Est-il semble si sacrifié, mais tu peux me quitter pour court, ça y est, mais mon tour va faire un jour. Mais tous les heures après court, ça y est, et on connaît, t'as pas bien fait, mais tu peux me quitter pour court, ça y est, mais mon tour va faire un jour.
Of course, you're listening to the wonderful music tonight of Jamie Berzas and Cajun tradition tonight. And then on May the 14th, next Saturday, Kenneth Benoit and the Gravel Road Band will be performing here. On May the 21st at the Liberty Theater presents Zydeco Night with Lil Wayne. The same old two-step will be here. That's on the 21st. On May the 28th, Nouveau Cajun Express is going to be here. And June the 4th, Donnie Broussard and the Louisiana Stars will be here. On June the 11th, Wallace Trahan, Rice and Gravy will be here. You know, Wallace is a justice of the peace. He actually married my beautiful wife and I some time back. So we he's an excellent musician. If you ever heard the music of Wallace Trahan, Rice and Gravy, I really like his band. They're really good. On June 18th, Cajun on the Band, COD is going to be here. And on June the 25th, Barry Broussard and the Sweet La La special performance by Helen Boudreau will be here on June the 25th. That's Barry Broussard. The Sweet La La's special performance by Helen Boudreau will be here. Okay, let me see what else we got. How many of you remember Aldous Roger on Channel 10 on Saturday afternoons? Raise your hand. So you remember that? I mean, that was, if my mom wouldn't have had it on the channel, I would have had it on the channel for sure. It was a wonderful experience to, if we would have had video cameras back in the day, and I'm pretty sure they have it in the archives somewhere, where Aldous Roger and the Lafayette Playboys played. And the host on that, correct me if I'm wrong, was Bill Cochran. Is that right? Russell, you remember Bill Cochran? Well, one day, and I'm saying all of this so I can introduce the next song. He said, he used to call him, hey Bill. I like that Bill. And because, if you knew Aldous Roger, you knew that he hardly spoke English at all. Back in the day, not very many of us spoke English. But he told Bill in his broken English that he had wrote a song for Channel 10 KLFY. And he did. I wrote a song for the TV station. And so, and I don't think Bill Cochran was in on the deal, and he didn't know. He said, really? He said, yeah. He said, I'm going to play for it right now. He said, I'm going to play you for it right now. And it was La Voix de KLFY, the KLFY Waltz. And we're going to do that for you right now. What, 30, 35, 40 years ago maybe? Huh, T-Boy? That long. It's a long time. You don't remember that far back. Been that long, huh, Queenie? Yeah, for sure. So we're going to hear it from Jamie, something called La Voix de KLFY.
Et personne à l'employé comme un méchant. Tu t'en viens dans la faillite pour soigner bébé.
Back in the day, and I'm thinking, if I remember right, it was Philippe Allemont Russell. That's who Hi, Russell. Philip Allemont was the one that did vocals on that, if I'm not mistaken, right? The KLFY Waltz. You know, I often wonder about those musicians back in the day. I'm talking about, we have some great musicians still living today, but the music we play today is music of ones that are done gone by. You know, like Lawrence Walker and like Dewey Balfa and like Aldous Roger and like Austin Peete and like all of those wonderful guys. I wonder if they had a clue what kind of impact their music was going to have on Cajun culture 30, 40, 50 years after that. Like this one song, you know, the KLFY Waltz, and I'm not sure whether Aldous Roger did it as a memento of KLFY, or if he just did it as a joke or whatever. But if you have a Cajun band and you play traditional Cajun music and you don't play the KLFY Waltz, well, there's something wrong with your group. I'm telling you that for sure. It has a lot of the songs we play today, a lot of the songs that you hear tonight has had a great impact. You know, I can go on and on and on of you know, like The Back Door. The D.L. Minard, when he wrote that song, did he have a clue that song would have been played 1,000,000 times? You know what I'm saying? It's truly amazing. And of course, we're thankful for that. We're thankful that they came up with all of those, you know, back in the day, the difference between lifestyle today and the lifestyle way back when they wrote a song, it was about that lifestyle. We have it too easy today. So we can't really write the sad songs because it wasn't as hard as it was back in the day. Except for the Holly Beach Waltz, we all know what kind of impact that had with us for sure. So we did the KLFY Waltz, and we're going to do something. Marche carrément, Step It Fast. You on vocals on that one, Henry? Good for you, buddy. So we're going to do something called Step It Fast.
T'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, ça qui reste c'est pour les autres. J'ai été dans la savane, chercher mon chapniveau, j'ai monté sur le bateau et je me fais tout malado. T'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, ça qui reste c'est pour les autres. De pain. T'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, ça qui reste c'est pour les autres. J'ai été dans la savane, chercher mon chapniveau, j'ai monté sur le bateau et je me fais du malado. T'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, t'en as eu, t'en auras pu, ça qui reste c'est pour les autres.
Debbie Fast, Henry Hampel on fiddle and vocals. You know, whenever Jamie and I get together, we actually end up talking. Sooner or later, we're going to talk about the jam session at the Main Street Lounge. I got to tell you, for you folks that never had the opportunity to go to the Main Street in Basile,
Yes.
Listen, I've been a lover of traditional Cajun music ever since I can remember. Even when, I was actually born in the 40s, but I was raised in the rock and roll era. And my grandfather was an accordion player, so I was constantly listening to Cajun music on Saturdays. When Cajun music was only played on Saturdays and Sundays, my radio was on traditional Cajun music. Some of the wonderful stations that's actually still on the air today. But back then, when I walked into the Main Street Lounge, I thought I'd found heaven. I got to tell you, fellas like Dewey Balfa and Nathan Abshar, young Steve Riley, young Jason Fry. And one of my friends who ended up playing with me and playing with Jamie also was the guy that I remember fondly. He was always at Thursday night at the Main Street. His name was Lee Manuel, and he ended up playing with Jamie until his death. But we finally put him into the Hall of Fame, on the wall at the Hall of Fame, and he wrote a song. What was the name of that song again, Jamie? That Lee wrote, or was it you that wrote it and he sang it? Remember?
We wrote one together, but he wrote many.
What was the one you wrote together? You remember that far back?
Forever, pour toujours.
Pour toujours. Do you remember? Do you have that on the playlist? Do you want to try that tonight? No?
No. I have to refresh my memory on it.
Okay. All right, it's cool, but I got to tell you, I was so glad to see that he finally made it into the Hall of Fame last year.
Yes.
Well deserving. He was actually he was an excellent guitar player, and then he decided that late in life to pick up the fiddle, but one of the most amazing fiddle players back in the day. So we're gonna do something called La Vache de Coeur Cassée, the broken-hearted waltz. Belton Richard made it, but we lived it. The broken-hearted waltz.
J'étais à la maison pour voir mon châtifé. J'ai demandé à Utaman à l'été dans la côte. J'étais à la mariette, les larmes est venues dans mes yeux. Quand ça j'ai vu à l'été avec un automne. J'ai tourné mon dos et parti à marcher avec mes mains dans mes poches et un cœur aussi cassé. Toujours après jongler à 5 arrivés. À ce temps, c'est trop tard, j'apprends mourir dans les chagrins.
c'est de la belle musique, hein? La voix de cœur cassé. That's another one who made a big dent in Cajun music. You don't have a clue. We're going to do something called Les Deux Pas de Shamrock, the Shamrock two-step. Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. I like that, me too. I like that.
Yeah.
Shamrock Two-Step, actually, it's a song that's been re-recorded many times by different artists. And
Aldous Roger version.
yes, it is. I think it is. In fact, I'm not quite sure, but yes. Okay, les petits yeux noirs, the little black eyes. And Henry's going to sing that one as well? Yeah. Great, let's do it. Les petits yeux noirs.
Sur mon lit, après pleurer avec un cœur aussi cassé, parce que j'avais rêvé de mes chers petits yeux noirs qui est parti, elle va jamais s'en revenir. toute ma galerie après quitter le soleil après se coucher. Je m'ennuie et je m'endors de mes chers petits yeux noirs. C'est ça qui fait que mon cœur est si cassé.
Great job, Henry. You know, there are some songs that will invite you to the dance floor, some waltzes that will invite you to the dance floor right away. That's one of them for sure. Jolie Blonde is always a real good one. La Valse de Samedi Soir is a real good one. The Waltz of No Return is a real good one. When you stay that little 2-foot beat and stuff, people love that. And the minute you crank up on that accordion, you can see them coming and dancing those songs. So Jamie actually and Madeleine are involved in the Mamou Cajun Music Festival coming up. And he'd like to say a couple of words on that. It's one. If you like traditional Cajun music, you need to come to that festival for sure. You're going to love the music. You're going to love everything about it. It's all Cajun. Everything about it.
That's correct. We have great Cajun music, such as yourself, band. And that's going to be held September 16th and 17th at the Mamou Recreational Center, which is air-conditioned, plenty big, very big dance floor, great acoustics. The music is going to sound good. And not only do we try to promote and preserve the Cajun music of our area, the Cajun Prairie area, we also do have a lot of different Cajun activities, such as games. When you were a little kid, maybe you didn't have an iPad or iPod or
I didn't have one.
So we had sack races, you know.
Yeah,
we had egg throwing, we had nail driving competitions, we had watermelon eating competitions, we had boudin eating competition, we had beer drinking competition. We had a lot of games we could do without computers and stuff. So we try to preserve some of these that were way back before our time, you know.
Yes.
People would amuse themselves. So there's a lot of Cajun activities we do other than the music. So come on over. We'll be there September 16th and 17th.
16th and 17th, right in Mamou. That's where Cajun music was. That's where it was born, right there. And but I remember I went to the Cajun Music Festival some years. I forgot how many years I went. But I remember they had the boudin eating contest. And I think the way they do it back then, they invite dignitaries to come and join in the boudin eating contest. Well, this guy must have been the grand champion, boudin eating champion of the whole world. And I remember the guy next to him, when they said go, whatever they do, if they said go, the champion just swallowed it all up. Well, the guy next to him kept looking at him and trying to find the boudin, but he had already swallowed it. And the guy next to him had only taken a bite. And this guy that won, I don't want to embarrass him if he's still living. I can't see if he's still living.
Oh, yeah. Our good friend Barry Parity, grand champion for many, many, many years. Nobody could beat him.
Is he still competing in that?
He doesn't compete anymore. He's getting a little up in age, and his stomach doesn't handle it too good no more.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Okay, the next song we're going to do is one of my favorites for sure. J'étais au bal hier soir. I went to the dance last night, and if the good Lord wants, we're going to go again tonight and maybe tomorrow. You never can tell.
ça va revenir encore un soir. Si l'occasion se présente, va tenir demain soir. Gardez dans ma jolie fille, c'est de l'amour, je m'entends. Moi je connais tout l'amour que moi j'ai eu pour toi. J'étais tous habillés dans noir. J'ai fait serment de plus boire pour cotiser ma belle. Tes opales un soir, j'étais tous habillés dans bleu. C'est ça l'habit que moi j'aime pour cotiser ma belle.
J'étais au bal hier soir. You know, this is actually, we're almost right in the middle of festival season. Of course, most of you know that the Festival Keyboardist is going on right now in Burbridge, and next weekend is the Rain Frog Festival. But we all know, people who's been in the music business all of our lives or listening to Cajun music, we know that 99% of every festival out there was started with traditional Cajun music. And they have a lot of those festivals that no longer play traditional Cajun music, and I don't know why. I don't have no explanation for that. But I know back in the day that we had our hearts open back in the day. They knew that if they would approach a Cajun musician, that we would go play, and we wouldn't charge that much, so that you would be successful and you would make a lot of money. Then after they did that, I don't know what happened, why they don't want to play us Cajun bands anymore. But I guarantee you, if you go to the Mamu Cajun Festival, all you're going to see over there is Cajun music. You're not going to hear one English song over there. So please support live Cajun music. Please support that festival. And us as musicians are going to sure appreciate you for sure. Let's give it up for Cajun Tradition, Jamie Berzas and Cajun Tradition. Of course, there's Glenn Richard on bass back there, Rendezvous on rhythm and vocals, Henry Hampel right there, and of course the boss of the band, Madeleine, on drums back there. We're going to do something for you called Keyboardist.
Timoré, vienne, bébé. Des grandes balles, oui, tous les samedis. Et des grandes courses tous les dimanches après-midi. Oh, avant temps, ouais, bien dans le loin. Tous les samedis, les dimanches à Timoris.
You know, this is not often that it happens that we play the whole song list, but we're going to do a little bit part of Mon Vrai Amour, My True Love. We're going to do a couple of minutes of that one. Then we're going to jump into what Jamie does best, his medley of songs at the end. We got probably about 5 or 6 minutes left, so we're going to do a little bit of My True Love.
J'ai dû mêler ma belle de la base au Texas. J'ai passé par une île, si je puis acheter un pain chaud. J'arrivais à Basile, m'acheter un can de sardines. C'était pour faire un voyage, c'était la base au Texas. J'arrivais à l'Action, oui, j'ai mangé la moitié. J'ai quitté la moitié, c'était pas mal déjeuner. J'arrivais à sa porte, et c'est là je vais. C'était un vieux amitié que je n'ai jamais oublié.
Okay, we have time for one more. I want to thank you for being a part of our show tonight. We appreciate you very much. Remember to support live Cajun music. And we're going to do one, actually we saved the best for last, something called the Cajun song medley, and we're going to start it off with Attrape mon chapeau, Catch My Hat.
Attrape donc mon chapeau, déproche-le que le monde m'en va.